Very useful, as always. I mean, like I said, I get asked a lot of questions on defined cost, and so rather than me answering the questions for a change, it's very nice to ask somebody else the questions and have them answering.
It's better to kind of bounce information and ideas off of each other. I mean, lots of people here today had some different ideas about bits and pieces, and it acts as a good trigger for other things. So things you might not necessarily have been focusing so much on your project with, just to go and check that you are doing those things. In these kind of group, kind of like 30 or 40 people, kind of interacting between each other, I find is much better.
I just came for the first time for the training in NEC, but I've been obviously working with the people who are already NEC trained, but because being a planner, I'm involved with the program, so all the related items of NEC with the program. So the session is useful, yes. I've got a few things learned today, so which I will take back and use them, yes.
The newsletters work really well. We get those quarterly and we circulate them around the business, and the FAQs at the back are really useful. The whole newsletter is useful, whether it's the case studies or the hot topic globally, or where the contract's been taken up globally. There was a recent article on use of the NEC in Hong Kong, really interesting. Obviously the majority of us are global businesses, so it's very important. And as I mentioned earlier, the FAQs at the back are very helpful. And the online, you can email your questions in and they'll be answered as well.
It probably is the case studies, to be honest, just real life experience of issues and stuff that have come up, and yeah, no, it does help.
I personally quite like the case studies because that gives you an example about how it had happened, and then you can imply sort of those conditions to your project or future contracts, yes.
Townsend and myself always attend the annual conference, and a lot of the workshops, particularly the workshops on defined cost, they're always helpful. Anything to do with programs and keeping the program up to date is always very helpful. It's a very hot topic.
I think online is very easy because if you raise issues over there and start discussing about it, then I think it's quicker.